Hello everyone. Today, follow me to learn how to crochet this star blanket. It's absolutely perfect. I'm really too lazy to make the 7-star blanket because every round follows a different pattern. If you don't feel like following complicated patterns, just crochet this solid blanket. This entire blanket is made by repeating double crochet stitches. It just repeats one simple pattern over and over. I'm using cloud yarn with a 4.0mm hook. Let's start with the main body of the blanket. First, make a magic ring. Pinch the hook, insert it in, and pull the yarn through. Make 2 chain stitches to act as the turning chain for the double crochet. This does not count as a stitch. In the first round, we're going to make 10 double crochets. Yarn over, insert the hook into the ring. Pull the yarn through. You'll have 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops. Yarn over again and pull through the remaining 2 loops. That completes our first double crochet. It creates a little V shape here. You can place a stitch marker on it. That marks our first stitch. Now continue crocheting double crochets into the same ring. This is the second one, and you'll see the second V here. Keep doing this until you have 10 double crochet stitches in total. Once you finish 10 double crochets, count them. Each V shape represents 1 stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now pull the yarn tail from the magic ring tightly to close it up. The center will be closed. Then, insert your hook into the first double crochet marked with the stitch marker. Now make a slip stitch. Just pull the yarn through. Tug it upward slightly to tighten it. This slip stitch won't be mistaken for the last stitch. Our last stitch is this V right here. If you're unsure, you can also mark it with a stitch marker. Let's start round 2. Just like before, each round begins with 2 chains. These 2 chains do not count as a stitch. In round 2, we're going to do 10 increases using double crochet. An increase means that in 1 stitch, you make 2 stitches. Didn't remove the stitch marker from the first stitch because many people, after making the slip stitch, go straight to the second stitch to crochet. But actually, the slip stitch doesn't count as a stitch. So after the slip stitch into the first stitch, we still need to crochet into that very first stitch in this round. This here is our first stitch. Yarn over and make a double crochet as usual. Alright, that's 1. That's the first stitch of round 2. Place a stitch marker on it. Since we're increasing, we need to make another double crochet into the same stitch. This is what makes it an increase. So just like this, make 2 double crochets in each stitch. 1, 2, that's the second set of increases. Keep repeating this until you have 10 sets of double crochet increases. By the end, you should have 20 stitches. Then slip stitch into the first double crochet where the stitch marker is. Insert your hook into that first stitch. Make a slip stitch. Tug upward to tighten. This slip stitch will remain small and neat. Now let's move on to round 3. After each slip stitch join, always begin with 2 chain stitches as the turning chain. Pay close attention to the pattern now. Start with 1 double crochet. Still working into this first stitch. Make 1 double crochet. Then chain 2 stitches. In the same stitch, the exact stitch you just worked into, make another double crochet. That completes 1 set. After finishing 1 set, skip the next stitch. Do not crochet into it. Go to the next stitch and repeat 1 double crochet. Then 2 chain stitches. Into the same stitch, make another double crochet. This is the pattern we're following. Skip 1 stitch and in the next stitch, repeat 1 double crochet. 2 chain stitches. Into the same stitch again. Yes, the same one. Make 1 double crochet. That's the stitch pattern for round 3. Again, there will be 10 sets total. Now we're at the last set. See, we skip this one and work into this next stitch. Double crochet, chain 2. And another double crochet into the same stitch. There's still 1 stitch left skipped, so that's correct. Now go to the first stitch. I didn't mark it earlier. But this is the first stitch. Join with a slip stitch here. Okay, round 3 is complete. Now let's move on to round 4. Round 4 will be worked into those large chain 2 spaces. We made 10 sets in the previous round, so there will be 10 of these large chain 2 spaces. To begin the first set, insert the hook into the first chain space and slip stitch. Slip stitch directly into the space. Then chain 2 stitches. Again, these don't count as a stitch. They're just for height. We'll be working double crochets. Pay attention to the pattern. Start with 2 double crochets. That's 1 for beginners. You may mark it, but I won't. Now the second one. Then chain 2 stitches. Go back into the same chain space. Make 2 more double crochets, 1, 2, that's the full stitch set. I'll demonstrate the second set. It's still the same idea. Work into the next chain to space. Into this large space. Make 1 double crochet. 2 double crochets, then chain 2 stitches. Then 2 more double crochets, 1, 2, that's the second set. Now 8 sets left. Everyone just repeats the previous steps and keeps crocheting. This is what it looks like after finishing 10 sets. We slip stitch to the first stitch. Tighten it up and round 4 is complete. You can count. There are 10 of these pointy corners. Now for round 5, please listen carefully. The pattern for round 5 will be repeated in all the following rounds. Once you understand round 5, you'll understand the whole blanket. At the end of each round, slip stitch to the first stitch. But we also need to make 1 more slip stitch forward. That means slip stitch into the second stitch. We'll do the same thing in every round after this. After the slip stitch to the first stitch, we do 1 more slip stitch forward. Then we start crocheting from here. Make 2 chain stitches to start. These 2 chains count as the turning chain. The pattern for round 5 is like this. 1 double crochet, still in the stitch where we did the slip stitch. Make 1 double crochet. Place a stitch marker in this first stitch. This marks where we'll join with a slip stitch in the next round. After that, we come to this big space. The pattern for this big space is the same as in round 4. Let me go over it quickly. 2 double crochets. 2 chain stitches. Then 2 more double crochets. This is the pattern for every big space. I won't repeat this part again in later rounds. After that, continue normally and curve around to the other side. In this stitch, make 1 double crochet. Double crochet goes into the matching stitch. That's the end of the first set. When you move on to the second set, skip 2 stitches. Skip this one, and this one, crochet into the third stitch. So you skip 2 stitches, we crochet into this one. And repeat the same steps. 1 double crochet. Then we come to the big space. Just repeat the same way we crocheted the large space. 2 double crochets, I'll demonstrate quickly. Chain 2, then another 2 double crochets. Let it curve naturally. Then crochet 1 more double crochet. That's the end of the second set. Let's start the next set. Remember to skip 2 stitches in between. Then crochet a double crochet. Now we meet a large space again. Then crochet another double crochet. This is the pattern for round 5. Go ahead and complete this round. It should look like this. You'll notice after finishing the last double crochet, there's still 1 empty stitch left. That's correct. Remember at the start, we skipped the first stitch when slip stitching. We skipped it and slip stitched into the next one. So we didn't crochet into the first stitch. This one was skipped, which means we also skipped 2 stitches here. Now we slip stitch into the first double crochet. Remove the stitch marker and slip stitch into the first double crochet. Round 5 is now complete. Now to start round 6. We just repeat the same steps as round 5. Same thing. Slip stitch into the first stitch. Then make 1 more slip stitch forward. We do not crochet into this first stitch. Just slip stitch 1 more time forward. Then chain 2 to begin. And start round 6. You'll notice round 6 has 1 more double crochet than the previous round. So here we do 2 double crochets. Here we go. 1 double crochet. Beginners can place a stitch marker here. Now continue with the second one. Then you'll come to a large space. Let me skip through the large space part quickly. After finishing the large space, we'll crochet the other side the same way. Still 2 double crochets. 1. Then 2. That's the pattern for the 6th set. 2 double crochets, big gap, 2 double crochets. Then skip 2 stitches as usual. Work into the 3rd stitch. 2 double crochets, that's one side. Then in the next stitch, the second one, and you'll reach the big gap. Follow the same pattern for the big gap to reach the other side. Again, 2 double crochets. That's the second set. Then we just repeat the pattern. Skip 2 stitches, make 2 double crochets, then reach the big gap. Work 2 double crochets. In the previous round, there was 1 double crochet, then big gap, 1 double crochet. So in the next round, it becomes 2 double crochets, big gap, 2 double crochets. By round 7, it will be 3 double crochets, big gap, 3 double crochets. It just follows this pattern. You need to pay attention. After joining with a slip stitch to the first stitch, you still need to slip stitch 1 more time forward. And when you reach the last set, you'll notice the last stitch is not worked. Then slip stitch to the first stitch. You still skip 2 stitches in this part. Everyone, go ahead and finish this round. It'll look like this. This last stitch is not worked, and the first stitch of the first set is also not worked. Slip stitch to join here, again skipping 2 stitches. Join with a slip stitch to the first stitch. Then before starting round 7, make 1 more slip stitch forward. Don't forget this step. Chain 2 to begin, then start round 7. By now, you should understand the pattern. Last round was 2 double crochets, so round 7 will be 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, then we reach the big gap. Let me demonstrate. 1, 2, 3 double crochets, and then you'll reach this big gap. Actually, the big gaps are the star's legs. The pattern stays the same. Then you reach the opposite side. Again, 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. This set is done. Then skip 2 stitches and repeat. 1, 2, 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3 double crochets. Then we reach the big gap again, and we're crocheting the star's leg. Group 10 is finished. Here, we've skipped 1 stitch. Just like earlier, we also skipped 1 stitch. That's correct. Slip stitch to the first stitch. This round is complete. Let me show you. At first when crocheting, it looks a bit wrinkled. As long as you can flatten it and pull, stretch it evenly around and it'll be fine. As you keep crocheting the star legs, the bigger it gets, the sharper they'll look, the more distinct they'll become. Just follow the chart in the materials kit. Crochet to the indicated number of rounds. If you want to be lazy, you don't have to make it that big. You don't need to use up all the yarn. You can stop at any round you like. That's fine too. Alright, congratulations on finishing the main body. Now I will show you how to crochet this round. Creamy fluffy edging. Take out this fuzzy yarn. This round is super easy. Just crochet 1 round of single crochet. Pick any stitch on the blanket body. Insert your hook into any stitch. Pull the yarn through. First make a chain to secure and tighten it. Then crochet 1 round of single crochet. Still go into that same stitch. Place the yarn tail over the hook. Then yarn over and pull through. Finish 1 single crochet. You can place a stitch marker at the first stitch. Just roughly place it there. Keep crocheting single crochet into the next stitch. Remember to place the yarn over the hook. Yarn over, pull through, and single crochet. Just keep going like this. We don't need to worry about the stitches on top. They're hard to see anyway. This is the last round. After hiding a few stitches, you don't need to worry about this yarn tail. Just continue crocheting as usual. No need to weave in this yarn tail. When inserting the hook, as you pull the yarn through, remember to lift it slightly. Then make a single crochet. This will make the fluffy border look fuller. Now we've reached the pointed corner. This part has to chain stitches. Work 1 single crochet into this large space. Then chain 1. And work another single crochet into the same large space. Alright, now turn directly. Continue on the other side. Same as before, make 1 single crochet into each stitch. Just keep making single crochets. After finishing 1 star point, we arrive at the bottom part here. No need to make chain stitches here. Just make 1 single crochet into every stitch. Continue with single crochets here. Now we're on the other side of the star. Also just single crochets, no chain stitches needed. This part shouldn't be too difficult. Once you finish the last stitch, remove the stitch marker from the first stitch. It's actually hard to find this stitch, but just get the general location and that's fine. Insert your hook and make a slip stitch. Tighten, chain 1, and cut the yarn. Now we're done. Thread the yarn tail into a tapestry needle. Then just sew a few stitches. Weave in the yarn tail. This part is pretty casual. Tug it a little and trim the excess. Alright, we've finished the blanket. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye bye.